another thing I bought was the Milwaukee something snake, power snake or puff snake or
For
something.
the drains?
Yeah. And it gives one puff. Like,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
what is that thing? I mean, it really works.
Is it M12 or M18?
It is. It's a 12,
12.
and yeah, it's an air snake. It's called an air
Yeah,
snake.
I saw someone use that because they use it to obviously in plumbing, but they said sometimes it can cause a blowback problem if you're not careful.
Well, but it doesn't pressurize like you would with nitro. I don't believe in putting pressure on drain lines. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to blow apart a 20-year-old glue joint 20 foot away over the wall and not see it. So another thing I don't believe in is trying to blow the clog out in the same direction that it built up and clogged in. So you've got to loosen it back the other way without blowing it into the coil and without blowing it all over somebody's attic. So if you're going to use pressure in reverse just to dislodge it and then flush it out, it should be a momentary. So that little snake, that air snake, you can set a dial on it for 5 psi or 25, 35, and you let it build up. And when you pull the trigger, like it doesn't run while you're doing it, it runs to build up that amount of pressure you dialed, and then you pull the trigger and it just goes like that and
Hmm.
works really cool. I need to publish the video of using it in my yard, but the stuff sprayed all over my wife's legs and she got mad. Not mad, but so you can't put that on. And yeah, I probably will one day. But that was just on something else, not a drain line. But using it on a drain line, I would face it back in towards the house, and just that momentary puff hopefully would just dislodge the clog and not actually blow it out in their attic, and certainly not back into the coil. I mean, you certainly don't want to blow backwards on a drain line that's connected, right? You're just going to blow your garbage up into the coil.
Right.
And, I've got a little bitty tiny snake that works really good. It's called a smart snake. Are you writing all this down? I mean, that's totally cool. The smart snake is a little tiny marble with one little tooth sticking off of it. So it's like a marble with one little tooth. And you turn it real slow,
Well, hold on. Let me get that right. It's a marble with a tooth.
stick a little tiny tooth, and so the tooth is offset. And I've actually gotten it to go through several elbows from outside. And usually it's that bottom elbow coming down, or the first one that comes down from an attic that builds up, the first big drop to an elbow. And I've gotten it up in there and gotten it to loosen quite a few. And then once it's loose, I can use my Milwaukee transfer pump and just use all the pan out of the water out of the pan to just flush the drain out. Um,
Yeah.
Couple of things I haven't developed yet, and I wish it would just develop for me so I don't have to do it, is a remote switch for my battery operated vacuum outside. Um, I'd like to have a battery operated vacuum by Milwaukee with about 4 times the suction that one has. And I'd like to have a remote switch for a secondary camera outside. I think that's doable,
Uh,
to
I think yeah, sure it
where I
is.
don't
Yeah.
have to let it sit out there for 5 minutes while I'm taking my slow self up the ladder and up the stairs, and then I don't have so much footage to edit, to where I could just hit a remote and it turns the camera on, blast out the drain, or flush out the drain. Getting it lodged loose is the trick. Once it's loose, then you can flush all the garbage out, and there's your money shot. People love to see all that vomit coming out of the drain,
They do actually. That's
those
weird, but they do.
those have
Yes.
been the more successful videos for me, have been the ones that say hack job, butcher job, sabotage. Those have done well. And then also what's done well is the drain ones that were really bad. The drain ones, those two have done great. And the ones, nobody wants to hear it, but when it says it's hard to stop a train in the title, those get a lot of views.
If you want to watch more videos just like this one, click on this playlist right here. If you want to see our brand new video, click right here. If you want to find out more about the great sponsors that make this show happen, click up here. And to join our email list where I notify you when we're going live, click right here.